Welcome to Pro Player Stadium, everyone, for this battle for the top spot in the AFC East. The New England Patriots meet the Miami Dolphins. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms. It's strange. A year ago, the Patriots and their fans were looking to Tom Brady as just a fill-in. Now they say, hey, go out and do something for us.
That's right. Last year, Tom Brady was his role, don't lose the game. This year is to go out there and win it. And what sets Tom Brady apart from other quarterbacks? He has a strong arm and extremely accurate. Ricky Williams for the Miami Dolphins. He is the key. He protects their defense. He allows Jay Fiedler to throw the football down the field. The big thing is, can New England stop Ricky Williams?
We'll come back to Pro Player Stadium after this message from your local station. This is the NFL on CBS.
Jesse James never even came close to stealing what the Wall Street gang is accused of stealing. Who's going to get him? He is, and he'll tell you how tonight on 60 Minutes.
Graham and Alice, a new comedy from the producers of Frasier, premieres tonight after Becker.
It's the dawn of a new day. And while the sun rises over West Michigan, News 3's morning team is already hard at work, working to bring you your first look at the day's news and weather. Fresh.
This morning, a fire broke out overnight in Battle Creek.
Useful.
Cloudy start to the day here in West Michigan, but I think
a troubled team.
Today, your home CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. To the end zone, touchdown! My, oh my! Brady under pressure, throwing, touchdown! Unbelievable! Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys for the sound. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say, here comes the. Here comes the boys from the sound. Ricky Williams. Look at him go! Look at him go! 20, 10, touchdown! Ready or not. Wow. How you like me now?
Welcome to South Florida. The Patriots and the Dolphins each lost their first of the season last week. Neither wants to lose two straight. The battle for the top spot in the AFC East is coming right up.
Subway presents Fresh Starts, a glance at teams looking to turn heads this season. Subway, eat fresh. The Lions earned their first win of the season with help from rookie quarterback Joey Harrington, who threw for 267 yards and a touchdown in a victory over the previously unbeaten Saints. The Chiefs also defeated an unbeaten team in Week 4 as quarterback Trent Green threw 5 touchdowns, including 3 to tight end Tony Gonzalez in a 48-30 win over the Dolphins.
It is a beautiful October day in South Florida. Temperatures in the upper 80s, probably will reach the lower 90s. Humidity's getting up there too. The forecast is for a mostly cloudy day. The New England Patriots are led by head coach Bill Belichick in his 3rd year, and Patriots, naturally, the defending Super Bowl champions on the other side of the field. Dave Wannstedt. That's an interesting graphic. They have lost back-to-back games, once last year, once the season before. Under Dave Wannstedt, they don't want to do it here today. The Patriots have won the toss. They have elected to receive, and that's Olindo Mare, who will kick it away. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan on hand at Pro Player Stadium in Miami. The 3-1 Patriots, the 3-1 Miami Dolphins. Deep are Patrick Pass and Kevin Falk. A yard into the end zone is Falk. Hit at the 20 and brought down. Tackle made by Sean Wooden, and onto the field comes Tom Brady, who has been barraged by the questions, are you guys throwing too much? I don't think we're going to see much change in the offense today, do you?
Yeah, I think he answered that real quick and very succinctly to us yesterday, and he says, hey, he had some very colorful words for that they're not going to change, that they're going to come out and do whatever it takes to score points in their mind.
from the 21-yard line. Brady to throw. Mark Edwards out of the backfield. Out to the 30 and close to another first down. It'll be just short. Let's take a look at the New England offense. Damian Woody moves from center to right guard, and Gray Rugemer gets the start, snapping the football.
Backs and receivers for the Patriots. Troy Brown is out. Deion Branch taking his spot again. He did last week, and he caught 13 passes.
The man calling the plays on offense is Charlie Weiss, the offensive coordinator. Double tight end setup now on 2nd and 1. Antoine Smith has first down yardage out across the 30 to about the 34-yard line, and a New England first down. Check the Miami Dolphin defense. Across the front line, Ogunlea, Tim Bowen, Larry Chester, and Jason Taylor. The linebackers, Derek Rogers and Moreland Greenwood on the outside, and 3-time Pro Bowler Zach Thomas in the middle.
The secondary, Patrick Surtain, number 23, back after being injured and missing a couple weeks. What a time to come back. There's Jim Bates, defensive coordinator. When you're playing the Patriots, you need all your defensive backs.
Brady to throw. Out to the far side, incomplete, intended for Deion Branch. You know, in talking defensive players on Friday, from Jim Bates, the coordinator, on down, you could tell the difference in attitude with the return of Patrick Surtain to the lineup.
Oh, it just makes everybody confident. Hey, Craig, listen, when you're on a football team and you got a really good player, and that's what Patrick Surtain is, he's a really good player, it makes you feel better. Because when that's strong, it doesn't weaken another part of that defense. And today, Miami has a few new coverages in store for this New England offense, which is something they don't do often, is change.
The pitch for Antoine Smith, trying to change direction a couple of times, only makes it as far as the 35-yard line. Larry Chester and Wale Ogunlea closed on him.
And why I say that, Greg, is that we heard from coaches and the players from New England. What did they say? Hey, when we play Miami, the good thing is they don't do much. They don't change. We know what we're going to get. And, well, it's different. Miami thinks they got a few new wrinkles today to cause Tom Brady to hold the football just a little longer so they can get in there and sack him.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, Brady pump fakes and goes down. Jason Taylor.
Well, Tom Brady usually steps up in the pocket, but he can't. This time, Jason Taylor. There he is. Oh, he gets chipped by J.R. Redmond. Still not enough to keep him off the pass rush. Watch it. He gets chipped. He goes right with it. Beautiful move. Matt Light should have been way inside, and he wasn't.
Wasn't sacked at all a week ago in San Diego. Brady goes down here in the opening moments. Dedrick Ward from the 33 to the 40. And almost to the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Miami Dolphins. When we come back, we're scoreless in the opening moments. Pro Player Stadium. We'll be right back. Well, number 9 for the Miami Dolphins is Jay Fiedler, and when the Dolphins lose a football game, it's like he has a big bullseye on his back. He threw 4 picks last week. Wasn't a real pleasant week for him.
Well, that, Greg, but 3 of those interceptions came late in the game when he's trying to make plays. Sometimes those stats are a little misleading, and I think it was last week.
From the 45, Ricky Williams gets the first call. He gets a couple across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Richard Seymour with the stop, and let's check the offensive line of the Dolphins. Mark Dixon out with an ankle injury, and Marcus Spriggs starts for him at left tackle.
Yeah, the backs and receivers for the Dolphins. As you look across, Williams, Conrad, Chambers, Gadsden, and McMichael, every one of those guys is having a solid year so far.
There's Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator. Dave Wanstead says of him, he likes to pressure the whole defense. Ricky Williams again. Across midfield to the 49-yard line of the Patriots. And it'll be a 3rd and 4 as we check out the New England defense. Up front, the change here with Anthony Pleasant out with a shoulder injury. Jarvis Green, the rookie, makes his first NFL start. The linebackers, Vrabel, Teddy Bruschi, Roman Pfeiffer.
And look at the secondary. The big problem the last few weeks, the Patriots feel like the secondary has not tackled well, so that was a big point of emphasis this week. And there's Romeo Cornell, defensive coordinator.
Fiedler out of the shotgun on 3rd and 4. Out to the sideline, and that's complete for first down yardage to Dedrick Ward. 14-yard pickup on the play.
But what you do to give yourself a little edge on offense when you have good defensive backs, the Dolphins put 3 receivers together and let Dedrick Ward just get just enough room between him and Terrell Buckley to let Jay Fiedler throw the pass for the first down.
Dedrick Ward's numbers on the season. First down, Miami. That's McMichael, the rookie tight end, in motion in the give is to Ricky Williams. Williams to the 33-yard line, and that's Williams' 3rd carry of the day against a defense that has been under the gun as far as the rushing defense is concerned. They allowed LaDainian Tomlinson 217 yards last week. Priest Holmes 180 yards. That's 397 yards rushing in 2 weeks.
That would be a lot, Mr. Gumbo, and the Patriots went back. It's missing some tackles, but what they did, they simplified some of their run defenses so they will not have breakdowns. And 2, they think they're better against a Ricky Williams type of running back, somebody that's not so shifty and making them miss those tackles.
Quick pass batted up in the air, incomplete. I think that was Steve Martin, who was applauding, got a hand on it. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And really already, Greg, right away, the first couple runs by the Miami Dolphins, I can see the difference in the Patriots defense. And we talked to Otis Smith yesterday, and Otis Smith says, look, the strength of our defense is 3rd down. That's when we make it happen. But we're doing such a poor job on 1st and 2nd, we can't even get to our strength.
3rd and 7 is what Fiedler's looking at here. He needs the 25-yard line for a first down. Ricky Williams up the middle. Or, sorry, make that Robert Edwards in on 3rd down, the former New England Patriot. And that won't get a first down, and onto the field will come Olindo Mare in the field goal unit.
Boy, is that I don't know if that play was adjusted or what, but Robert Edwards comes in. That time, New England's playing nothing but pass. They got 8 defensive backs, only 3 linemen. They caught him by surprise, but New England still tackled Robert Edwards short of the first down.
Mare will try this one from 45 yards out. On the way, line drive, and it is off to the right. So the Dolphin drive comes up short. We're still scoreless. 9:27 to play here in the first quarter.
Believe me, I know this place like the back of my hand.
The Saturn Vue comes standard with 4-wheel independent suspension.
This is it. You're gonna love
Split folding rear seats for more cargo space.
Excuse me. Check it out. Cannonball!
And dent-resistant side panels.
I'm cool.
The Saturn Vue. Get in, get away. Get the 2003 Saturn Vue for 0% APR for 5 years. For restrictions, see your retailer.
New 5-star denim from Wrangler. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
Size. Do that screwdriver too?
I'm in.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Right at that. Pliers.
Make it a Bud Light.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. T-Mobile, get more minutes, more features, more service. And by Saturn, makers of the Vue, the redesigned L Series, and coming soon, the all-new Ion.
Our aerial views today, courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes. It was 1960 when the Goodyear Blimp first provided live aerial coverage at the Orange Bowl. That was right here on CBS. From the 35-yard line, the pitch to Antoine Smith, trying to right side across the line of scrimmage for about 2.5 to 3-yard pickup. And let's go down to Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You know, you mentioned the weather before the game. There's some on the Patriots sidelines that believe the Dolphins aren't above adding to the elements when it comes to the heat and humidity. One of the Patriot players telling me before the game that their locker room is unusually cold, like a meat locker, he said, to emphasize and to increase the effect it has coming out on the field. To counteract it, the Patriots have put garbage bags over the air conditioning units to warm up their locker room, and they hope keep from fading. Back to you.
All right, Armin, thanks. Antoine Smith straight ahead across the 40 to about the 42. Around about the second quarter, Armin's going to be looking for that air conditioning.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for some suntan oil. Armin's getting tan down there. That's interesting. We asked Bill Belichick because so much is made of the heat issue when you come down here. And he just had some interesting things. He goes, it's hot for them. When I was with the Jets, it was hot down here. We still won. So it's just part of the game, part of the gamesmanship, just trying to make the other team get something in their head and make them think about it instead of just playing the football game.
3rd and 3. 5 wide receivers for Brady. Quick pass. That's complete for a first down to Deion Branch. Deion Branch caught 13 balls a week ago in the loss to San Diego for 128 yards.
Well, what we talked about, Greg, that the Dolphins got some new coverages, and this is one. Look to the outside. They're doubling Deion Branch, and that time Brock Marion just a little too late getting there. When I watched them at practice, they were excellent at stopping those short passes. New England loves them on 3rd and 3, 4, and 5. But when you're in a game, you hesitate just a little those first couple times. Blitz.
Oh, movement on the left side of the line. Number 72, Matt Light, jumped back. Terry McCauley is our referee today.
Start. Offense. Number 72, 5-yard penalty. First down.
It'll be 1st and 15.
Now, not to complicate this, but as soon as New England did not have anybody in the backfield, Miami immediately went to a blitz. 2 linebackers would have come from Tom Brady's left, and they would have had a free shot at getting there too. So Miami, which we saw them do against the Jets, taking a few more chances on defense.
2 tight ends now on 1st and 15. The fake to Smith. The throw is complete, and that's to Deion Branch, and Branch is inside the 35-yard line of the Miami Dolphins.
Now you hear, Greg, I'm not going to preach, but when you think it's not about throwing the football in the NFL, that's because you don't have a guy that can throw it. And Tom Brady drops back. Zach Thomas said this to us. Watch this. Deion Branch, he's not wide open. 2 defenders, inside, outside, and he just sticks it in there. And it's what Zach Thomas said. You can cover him, but he'll still stick it in there because he's got a strong arm and he's extremely accurate.
Antoine Smith spins, trying to get outside, turns the corner, and will be down at about the 32-yard line. And now a late flag.
To see it come that late makes me think an offensive lineman gets in there and gets one of those little extra hits.
Personal foul against the Patriots.
And I didn't see it, but it's just a growing trend. In fact, when we have a seminar with the officials in the National Football League before the season, they talked about it because last year it got out of hand.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. After the play, offense, number 77.
That's Mike Compton, the left guard.
The down counts, 2nd down.
And a lot of times, oh, there's Big Mike, 77. Oh, yeah, well, he just barely goes in there and butts his heads. Wow. I thought maybe he really wiped somebody out because that's what, you know, offensive linemen are definitely more aggressive now than they have been in the past. They're hustling down the field, making blocks, and sometimes
committing penalties.
It's just, yeah, it's just too inviting to hit after the whistle when nobody's ready.
2nd and 23. This is Edwards. Edwards. The helmet goes flying, and it's Mark Edwards' helmet. Makes it to the 46, a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 21.
Yeah, and to go back to that penalty, Greg, it's a drive killer too. It just stops you. Probably the number one thing, or one of the biggest things, when an offense acquires a penalty in a drive, probably the percentages of having that to be in a scoring drive are way, way under 10%.
Let's see what Bill Belichick and Charlie Weiss have in store for 3rd and 21. Brady lost the football. Covered by the Dolphins. Wale Ogunleye covered the football. Last week, after the loss to Kansas City, Jason Taylor said, I can't blame anyone but myself first because I didn't play well. This is the second big play Taylor's come up with today. Prime field position for the Miami Dolphins. 5:21 to play in the first.
Michael, you stay and we go to Venice, hmm?
I can't. I have a dog.
Stop. Is he kidding? You know, I think his friend Steve back in the U.S. could help him out here. Go!
Hello? Steve. Yeah? It's about Max. Can you watch him an extra week?
Introducing World Class from T-Mobile. Now use your phone worldwide. Get more.
In my family, if one wants pizza, the other wants Chinese. Even their stomachs don't agree. If one gets indigestion, the other one gets heartburn. If one gets nausea, the other one gets... well, so I get Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, it relieves heartburn, indigestion, upset stomachs, nausea, and diarrhea. It'd take a box full of other medicines to do what Pepto-Bismol does. Agree?
Agree.
Pepto-Bismol, first aid for heartburn, diarrhea, nausea, indigestion, and upset stomachs.
We're here with the new 99-cent BK value menu right now. Welcome to the show, man. So what's new?
Thanks, Steve. There's a little controversy surrounding my tacos. There was a vicious rumor that they were 99 cents a piece, and I'm here to set the record straight. 2 for 99 cents.
Tell them about that. 2 for 99. Not 1 but 2. You the nerd.
The new BK value menu speaks for itself with 11 items for just 99 cents every day. Now you can have it your way in more ways.
Thank you.
Give it up.
Thank you.
Monday, no shark has ever solved a crime until this one spilled its guts.
This all there is?
The rest of them's probably out there.
All new CSI Miami, CBS Monday.
Is it the survivor women versus the men?
We're back in the good old days, ladies in the kitchen.
I have a husband at home, okay?
An all-new Survivor Thailand, CBS Thursday.
Jason Taylor says, I go back to the drawing board every year because nothing that matters from the year before.
Well, Jason Taylor from the outside. The key, don't let Tom Brady step up. They don't let him step up. That gives Jason Taylor about a half of a second extra time to get around the outside. And so far, it's 2 sacks and 1 fumble.
From the 39-yard line. Penalty markers fly. Ricky Williams, left side. Tries to turn the corner and out of bounds. Willie McGinnis looks like he jumped offside for New England.
And maybe a block in the back by the Dolphins offense. Well, maybe not.
Offside, defense, number 55, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So it'll be a 1st and 5 with the line of scrimmage now, the 34-yard line.
Well, there's no question you sit at home, and especially if you're a Patriots fan, you watch this defense, and I know it's still early in the game, but they're not moving around near as much on 1st and 2nd down, and that's because, look, they know their number 1 goal today and only thought is to stop Ricky Williams.
And we have a whistle at the snap of the ball. And looks to be a false start against the Dolphins.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 76, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's the new left tackle today, Marcus Spriggs, playing for the injured Mark Dixon. So the Dolphins are given 5 yards, and they give them right back.
And Dave Wannstedt was not that concerned. He said Marcus Spriggs is going to step in there, and he says, you'll see, he's going to do really well. I'm excited about him playing, and I know it was genuine too. He thinks he's got enough talent to come in and not have any drop-off from Mark Dixon.
Play fake. Fiedler with time. Throws wide open, and he missed. Chris Chambers coming across the field.
The big difference that I've seen this year, I think this Miami Dolphins offense. Let's watch Chris Chambers coming across the field. Ty Law is on the outside. Boy, that is tough duty. Look how long he had to cover him across the field and deep. But now watch this Dolphins offense. No question, it's down the field throwing much more, and the guys get open. Now that is more than open in the National Football League. That was wide open, so Jay Fiedler's got to hit that.
Neither passing game clicking exceptionally well so far today. Fiedler again with time, and this time hits Chambers inside the 35-yard line.
Now, you know, we got to say this too, and Jay Fiedler, if you look at his right hand, his right pointer finger, look at the tape job he has on that. And it's taped so it can't straighten out, because underneath the ligament, there's some bone, there's a lot of stuff going on.
It was ugly when he was describing it.
Oh, he goes, look, I said, let me look at it. And it was extremely swollen. I said, does it bother you? And I'll give him credit. He says, no, it has no effect on how I play. It didn't hurt me last week throwing the football, and that's Jay Fiedler. The guy never makes an excuse and never even gives you the body language like he's trying to make an excuse.
3rd and 4. That pass, complete. Oronde Gadsden inside the 25 to the 22 and a first down. What hands on Oronde Gadsden? 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, Greg, good hands, but more importantly, he's just a big body. He does not get open against Otis Smith. He's covered, but I don't know if it's a big deal when you throw to Oronde Gadsden. He's almost always kind of covered. He can't get wide open, but look at that grip by Jay Fiedler. There is no way that cannot affect a quarterback throwing the football.
First down, Miami at the New England 23. Ricky Williams running room up the middle, close to the 15-yard line. Teddy Bruschi with this tackle after an 8-yard pickup.
You know, and go back to that 3rd down play. That's New England's strength. Otis Smith had Oronde Gadsden covered, but that's why in the National Football League, every team, you've got to have a big receiver so he can just go down there, use his body, and pick up those first downs.
Dave Wannstedt thought his team's problem in the loss to Kansas City last week was their attitude. He said we were playing to play, but we didn't play to win. 2nd and 2. Mark Edwards. Or make it Robert Conrad. I'm sorry, Rob Conrad.
Easy. Well, you know, Craig, I thought the offense last week, especially early for the Miami Dolphins, played very well. And if the defense could have ever just slowed Kansas City down, that game could have taken on a whole different look. But Kansas City offense was just terrific. And I guess it's not an accident either. They've been terrific every single week so far this year.
So an extra tight end into the lineup now. Pretty balanced approach on offense for Miami so far. Williams and Conrad in the backfield. McMichael is joined by Jed Weaver at tight end on 3rd and 1. Run, Ricky, run up the middle. First down to the 10.
Oh, that was some good blocking up front that time by the Miami Dolphins. Jamie Nails and Marcus Spriggs, Tim Ruddy, the center. They just get good movement. Oh, good block by Jamie Nails along with Marcus Spriggs. They take out Richard Seymour, who by far is the best run stopper for the New England Patriots.
1st and goal, Miami. Williams. To about the 8.
Now, you know, that's the other thing too, Greg. And I've done this, and Jimmy Johnson was here for years. He tried to get the running game going. It just never did. But this year, and I said this the last time I did a Dolphins game, it's the first time that I've ever can say that the offensive line is aggressive for the Miami Dolphins. And they like to go out there now and get a little dirty and hit some people.
On 10 red zone opportunities against the Patriots, the opponents have scored 8 touchdowns this season.
Of course, it helps when you got Ricky Williams carrying the football, too.
throw. All kinds of time and throws it away. It'll be 3rd and goal. That had to be one of those situations where you always hear about that clock that a quarterback has in his head, and it's ticking away, and Jay Fiedler had no way of knowing. He still had more time, even after he let that one go.
Yeah, but something tells you, don't, because you just can't see everywhere when you're a quarterback. And I don't know about that clock, but I know about being afraid and survival and all those other things. And it's just what it is. You practice so many times throwing in a certain rhythm that you know that you just got to get rid of the football.
Robert Edwards in motion in the near side on 3rd and goal. 9th play of this drive. Fiedler pulls it down on the run to the 5. Touchdown! Jay Fiedler's 3rd rushing touchdown of the season puts the Dolphins on top.
Well, that clock, Greg, it finally went off in Jay Fiedler's head because there is nobody open down the field. New England's defensive line is all to the left side. That allows Jay Fiedler to run in for the score. Anytime you play a quarterback that moves, you must stay in your rush lanes. The Patriots did not.
Well, Mari's kick is blocked. To Bucky Jones. Knocked it down. There will not be an extra point on this one. 8 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. Miami in the lead by a score of 6-0.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Cold down easy. And by Cadillac, bold vehicles, defying convention.
Eight seconds to play in the 1st quarter. Jay Fiedler, 8-yard touchdown run. The extra point is blocked, and it's 6-0 Dolphins. This will be Kevin Falk from 1 yard deep in the end zone. 20. Out to about the 23-yard line. A 24-yard return, and Trent Gamble on the stop. We'll take another break and come back to Pro Player Stadium right after this.
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win with the Twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those Twins. And I love you too. Here's the one more.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't.
Wednesday on CBS on the all-new Amazing Race, the teams make their way through Mexico en route to the next destination. Could diving with Dolphins provide the clue they need? It's an all-new Amazing Race, Wednesday at 9, 8 Central, here on CBS, America's most watched network. Jay Fiedler, his touchdown run has Miami on top. This is the final play of the first half. First quarter, rather. I mean the Russian Phil. Here's a reverse. David Patton, right side. Trying to turn the corner, he won't get there. Arturo Freeman, number 27, tracked him down. Well, that is the end of the first quarter. Our score, Miami 6, the Patriots nothing. We'll come back after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Watch what the Patriots defense does. It doubles the 2 inside receivers. Jay Fiedler goes back. Nobody's open, but when he starts to scramble, look at all the defensive linemen going to the left. He scrambles, and as he gets to about this point, watch the Patriot defenders knock each other down. Greg, it was almost the identical thing we saw last week against the Chargers. To Bucky Jones. Oh, jumps right over the top. That would have been interesting to see if he jumped on the, used one of his teammates to propel him over the top, which is illegal.
New England Patriots, 400 yards of total offense in 3 straight games, only 30 yards in the first quarter. That's incomplete over the middle. Intended for Donald Hayes. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you know what's different today for the Patriots? It's not going to be as easy. You can already tell throwing the football down the field. The Dolphins have a couple players, Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain. Then they can bring in Jamar Fletcher, last year's first-round draft pick. They can run around this field and cover wide receivers. So they can take away your first receiver, your second one. And when that happens, Jason Taylor gets sacks.
3rd and 11 is what Brady and the Patriots are looking at right now.
They have been double covering Deion Branch on 3rd downs.
Barely got the snap away in time. Brady with time throws. It is intercepted.
Sam Madison. When you throw to Sam Madison's side, you've got to make sure he leaves his receiver and comes off and causes the interception. He's up top. They're throwing to Deion Branch. Watch. He leaves, comes in. Oh, I tell you. Sam Madison, I've seen him do it so many times. Patrick Surtain gets the interception. Ball gets away from Tom Brady just a little. But he knows, he feels, he knows, just like a quarterback, when that ball is supposed to be thrown. So he knows when to turn, and he turned at the exact right time. Helps Patrick Surtain out and gets the interception.
Surtain's 2nd pick of the season. The Patriots, 2 turnovers in 4 offensive plays and more great field position for the Miami Dolphins. Ricky Williams. Now the Miami Dolphins, they've seen all the press. They know how much yardage the Kansas City Chiefs chalked up against that New England defense, and they know what LaDainian Tomlinson did a week ago, and you've got to figure they're going to give Ricky Williams his shot at getting his share.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, that's no matter who they were playing, they're going to give Ricky Williams his chance to get all those carries. But we just saw a fake reverse by the Dolphins. That play has destroyed the Patriots defense the last couple of weeks.
Williams on 2nd and 5 inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
Never a good sign for a defense when straight ahead runs come through like that. And look at Ricky Williams moving that football a little. When you're running between tackle to tackle, don't move the football around a lot. Let's watch this. Watch the offensive lineman move them down the field. Again, straight ahead runs. When you can move a defensive lineman back, that is a really good sign for your team.
Miami red zone success. On 1st down, it's Williams, and Williams lost the football. Blown dead. Bobby Hamilton with the stop. It'll be 2nd and 10. New England's red zone defense tied for 30th in the NFL.
Wow, that says a lot. Last year, their statistics on offense and defense were not great. But what they did, they were very good in scoring defense and in scoring offense. So far this year, that's not the case.
Fiedler to throw. Popped up into the air and incomplete. Richard Seymour, the 2nd-year defensive lineman out of Georgia, got a hand on that one.
That's what they better do, because they are getting no pressure on the passer, Jay Fiedler, all day to throw it. And if you're a defensive lineman, if you feel like you can't get there, stop, raise your hands, watch the quarterback, and try to knock it down. I would think that would be pretty hard. You know, that's like saying, I give up. Let me go to something else.
Oh, first thing I think of, you put your hands in the air, somebody's going to hit you in the stomach.
Well, that's right. They will do that.
Fiedler throws for the end zone. It is incomplete, intended for Chris Chambers. And Olindo Mare will come on to the field to attempt the field goal that a couple of weeks ago would have been off dirt. But now that the baseball season is over, that part of the field has been sodded over.
Saw his shoes. Yeah, you were telling me about his shoes.
Olindo Mare wears a football cleat on his left foot. soccer cleat on his right foot.
And it's small, too. He likes the pain.
From 36 yards out. This one looks a lot better than the first one. Penalty markers fly. Check and see what this is all about. Well, whatever it is, the Dolphins like it.
I didn't see.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, leverage, defense, number 54. After distance to goal, automatic first down.
Well, Greg, it's what I said when they blocked the extra point. You cannot use one of your teammates to help propel you up in the air to block a kick. So Teddy Bruschi must have stepped on somebody and jumped up in the air.
Let's check out number 54, Teddy Bruschi. Teddy looked like Batman.
Yeah, he definitely stood on somebody. I don't know if he was trying to jump over by standing on it, but he stood up there and raised his arm.
So instead of the field goal, it's 1st and goal for New England. Ricky Williams cuts it back inside for a couple of yards to about the 7. Roman Pfeiffer, number 95, made the stop. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, there's no question that you can tell the Patriots are spacing the field a lot better than they have the last couple weeks, not creating such big running lanes. I think one of the big problems now, can they physically just hold up as the Miami Dolphins just keep running straight at them?
I'll tell you one thing, the Dolphins look very comfortable running off that left side behind Marcus Spriggs and Jamie Nails.
Yeah, there's a little meat over there right now. They can lean on you pretty good.
2nd and goal, the pass toward the corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. Oronde Gadsden working on Ty Law over there.
Boy, you telling me that's just not, just throw it up. Don't even worry. Because the worst that's going to happen is what we just saw, Ty Law limping off. But watch Oronde Gadsden. He's covered, and he jumps over Ty Law and almost catches this ball. One hand, hits it to himself. Boy, Ty Law just nicked it, and watch it come off the face mask of Oronde Gadsden at the last. Just there was enough. Otherwise, I think he's going to catch it.
Robert Edwards on the field for 3rd and goal. Fiedler, end zone, touchdown! Jay Fiedler looked like he wanted to go to his back out of the backfield, changed his mind, and looked to the end zone and found Chambers.
Well, let me tell you something. Tremendous pass coverage by the Patriots. Watch. They've got everybody covered. And then finally, Jay Fiedler, nobody even close to him in the pass rush, allows Chris Chambers to come around along the back of the end zone open.
Murray's kick, and this time it's good. 11:38 to play in the first half. The touchdown pass to Chambers has Miami up 13-0.
Ford trucks are driven hard every day, and built Ford tough means power. Power to take whatever you can dish out. It's made us the truck leader in this country. Our trucks are built to work, and low-end torque is where the work is done. And so when you hit the accelerator, we have great low-end torque. You can't fake it. Power is something that we're going to hang our hat on. We're going to be known for it.
Jack Daniel's Original Hard Cola, a premium malt beverage as unique as the people who drink it. Come as you are.
What is that?
issues are, sir.
They changed their position. They're showing no flexibility. No.
This used to be the deadline, until Unisys Systems Integration bought the Wall Street Journal valuable extra time. Because only the latest
You
news
say you've reached an agreement.
is the real news. Unisys. Imagine it done.
CBS Friday, ex-cop Michael Shansky has helped lots of battered women.
Go to the shelter.
He'll kill me.
But this time, he could get in over his head.
He's a cop.
An all-new hack. Then, when robbery homicide investigates the murder of an actress...
No signs of struggle at the door.
The case takes a bizarre turn.
It's not a crime.
Robbery Homicide Division, after an all-new hack, CBS Friday.
Hey, the Nextel halftime report comes your way at halftime. Jim, Dion, Dan, and Boomer have scores and highlights coming up on the Nextel halftime report. Along with Phil Simms and Armin Katsayan, Greg Gumbel back at Pro Player Stadium, Patrick Pass, Kevin Falk deep. And from the 5, this is Falk to the 20, to the 25, and out to about the 28-yard line. Let's go back to the touchdown.
Well, let's look at it. Two things. First, look at the look at the good pass protection by the Dolphins, and then watch Chris Chambers come across the field. Look at all the other receivers. Everybody is really covered. And Chris Chambers, to his credit, he keeps working across the back of the end zone, and Jay Fiedler throws the perfect pass for the touchdown.
Chris Chambers scores his first touchdown since the first half of week 1. And something that you made note of, Phil, that the Patriots just aren't getting any pressure on Jay Fiedler.
Boy, Jay Fiedler's going to say, wow, why haven't I had this all year?
Antoine Smith, nowhere to go. Rob Burnett and Derek Rogers close in on the New England running back.
Now look what they've done so far, the Patriots, and it's the old thing. You get beat up once or 1 week in this league, the next week you come back and you are mad, and you want to rectify that. And Dave Wannstedt, what did he tell us? He says they go out to play Kansas City. He says, I wanted to create a crisis for my team, but they worked so hard, I never had a chance to really yell at them during the week. Well, this week you didn't have to create a crisis. The Kansas City game's still in their mind.
This is Antoine Smith, and Smith bopped out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. 10:45 to play in the first half. Let's go to Jim Nantz in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg, and the hapless Bengals are already down 14. Peyton Manning ran for a touchdown and now throws one to Marcus Pollard. 14-0, second quarter. And let's go back to Greg and Phil.
Well, Jim's gonna run out of adjectives how to describe the Bengals. I heard him today, and just call him Boomer's old team. Yes. Boomer started them going downhill. I don't know. Blame him. Blame him for everything else.
New England, 1 out of 4 on third down so far today. Brady under pressure and goes down.
Without a question, the defense has changed. They played some zone. It's making Tom Brady hold the football a little longer, and the Dolphins thought the one place that the Patriots were weak, offensive line, and that's where they're beating them today. The receivers not getting open as fast. Tom Brady holds it. Defensive line winning the battle.
Did you use the word zone?
Did I say zone?
Did you say zone?
I did say zone about this Dolphins defense.
Bill Belichick told us yesterday, Miami plays 2 coverages, man and man.
That's right.
Dedrick Ward drifting back to the 24. Avoids the first tackler. Right up the middle. 40, 45, midfield. Albert Johnson lost for the season. Dedrick Ward stepping in to return punts. 55-yard kick and a 26-yard return as we take a break. We'll come back after this.
Marbles lost the mob's money.
Who has the money? I have no idea.
Maddie is on the hook.
He begged me for this shot.
And Taylor's the man to get it back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Knockaround Guys. Coming to theaters soon. The Boston Beer Company. Sam Adams Light. Shockingly great taste. And by Ford. No boundaries.
Well, the question of the moment, are you winning your fantasy matchup? Get real-time scores and stats for your fantasy team at cbssportsline.com or on America Online. Enter keyword CBS Sportsline. 9:37 to play in the first half. Miami with the ball and a 13-0 lead in prime field position. They're at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead. Ricky Williams for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Ricky Williams comes in, the number 2 rusher in the NFL, number 1 in total yards. And he and the Dolphins have benefited from some good field position to get their drives underway.
Well, you know, so many times you go, well, they get in good field position. You know why? Because they deserve it. Because they're winning the battle physically. Their defense is just whipping New England so far. So Miami's offense is getting the benefit of that.
Play fake, Fiedler throws it out here to Conrad, and Conrad is halted at the 47-yard line. And with that, we take another break and check in once again in New York with Jim Nance.
All right, Greg, Buffalo's come back here to tie up the Raiders after a Gannon touchdown to Porter. Bledsoe returns the favor to Peerless Price. 7-7 second quarter, back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, Phil Simms admitted to me that he likes those Buffalo blue uniforms.
Yes, it took me a while. At first I went, they're ugly. But then I started looking at them, and maybe it's because they're playing so well in those blues that makes it look good.
3rd and 7. Fiedler going to unload deep and overthrow everybody. And Fiedler was decked under the rush, led by Steve Martin.
Well, if you were home and watching, you could see that New England defense, 3rd down, it was moving around. It changed up, and it changed up because they are not getting close to Jay Fiedler. That time, at least they hit him and knocked him to the ground. So when you don't pressure the quarterback, if you can't get there at all, you're going to lose the game. So New England had to change its defense to start pressuring Jay Fiedler.
Mark Royals to kick. High snap, barely gets it away. Bouncing inside the 30, it's going to take a Miami roll inside the 15. Mark Royals got his 1,000th career punt away against Kansas City last week, and marker down on the field. This is on the outside. It's going to be against Miami.
Well, of course, they'll make them punt it again for a couple reasons. To get better field position, and they almost blocked that punt. Gerard Cherry just missed it. Looked like he was going to get it.
Did you ever kick?
Yes, I actually punted in college.
Illegal formation, offense, 6 men on the line of scrimmage, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
Check out Gerard Cherry. There's the high snap.
Nice catch. Wow, I don't see how he missed it almost. Mark Royals, it's a good thing he's about 6'5".
Olindo Mare would have never gotten that one.
Patriots being very aggressive with their special teams, trying to block kicks, now trying to block the punt. Here they come again. Nobody back. No, now he's going to go back.
Now Kevin Falk drifts back, and Royals gets it away. Fair catch called for, and nobody around it. Made the catch at the 20-yard line. In the exchange, the Patriots gained about 7 or 8 yards in field position. We'll be back.
Access NFL.com now on America Online. Get live game day coverage and real-time stats at AOL keyword NFL.com.
This team uses high-tech methods to find the missing, and they never give up without a fight.
Go! Get down on the ground!
The new hit drama, Without a Trace, CBS Thursday.
Well, it's kind of afternoon Tom Brady has had so far. And on 3rd down, New England is just 1 of 5. They've been sacked 3 times and turned the ball over twice. Antoine Smith straight ahead. And stood up just as he crossed the 20-yard line by Moreland Greenwood. Let's go down to Armin.
Greg, you know, a couple of minutes ago, you and Phil were talking about Bill Belichick's displeasure with his defense, and he took it out on him in a couple of interesting ways this week. One, in a brutally honest and incredibly long film session with him, and two, he met with the defensive backs twice, talking about getting back to position and back to tackling, and even though they're down by 13, I can tell you they are tackling a lot better. Back to you.
All right, Armin, thank you. 2nd and 8. Antoine Smith going nowhere. Lost yardage on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11. You know, I thought Bill Belichick, we were talking with him yesterday about mental toughness, and he put it as well as I've ever heard it stated. He said mental toughness is eliminating the distractions that prevent you from getting to your goal. It's that simple.
Yeah, that, and the other one was pain. Don't let that be, you know, don't let that get in the way of achieving your goals. And pain, he means if you're hurt just a little, or he was talking about the heat down here in Miami.
Another 3rd down and long yardage. And on the draw play, J.R. Redmond goes nowhere. Wale Ogunleye.
Boy, this is just, you can't even pick out one defensive lineman who's dominant. Oh, Ogunleye comes around on the game and makes the tackle. Everybody up front for the Dolphins is winning the physical war, and the Patriots now trying to settle down, run the football. That didn't work. Now what do you do?
Ken Walter at his goal line will kick it away to Dedrick Ward, who had a 26-yard return the last time he had his hands on the ball. High kick. Fair catch called for and made by Dedrick Ward at the 38-yard line. 5:42 to play in the first half. Miami in control at 13-0.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Gateway, a better way. And by Subway, fresh-made sandwiches on fresh baked bread. Subway, eat fresh.
Beautiful aerial shot of Pro Player Stadium, courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes, based in Pompano Beach, Florida. At the controls is Dan Thomas from Endeavor, Wisconsin.
Well, Greg, you look at the New England Patriots in those blue jerseys, and you said to me on Friday as we were watching the Miami Dolphins practice, I had a blue shirt on. He goes, hey, what'd you say? How you feeling? I said, it was hot.
It was all wet, too. Fiedler on first down, going to give it to Ricky Williams, and Williams, right side of the line this time, out to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, you know, too, just because it is warm, and even though you say don't let it beat you to your mind and all those things, that's great, and that can't help. But the Patriots are moving their defensive linemen in and out. This time I see Ted Johnson in at middle linebacker instead of Teddy Bruschi. So they're trying to keep some players fresh.
Miami starting from the 39 on this drive. That's their worst starting position so far today. Fiedler, this side, wide open, complete to Randy McMichael, and that appears to be enough for a first down. It is.
Well, Jay Fiedler looks way down the field. His receiver, Chris Chambers, is covered, does the smart thing, throws it to Randy McMichael. Willie McGinnis, sometimes a defensive lineman, sometimes a linebacker. Pretty tough for him to play out in space and cover somebody like Randy McMichael.
Tells you what he's added to the offensive attack from the tight end position this year. Williams on first down. Choosing his hole as he dances up to the line, and he's across midfield to the 46.
Well, when we were here 2 weeks ago, this running game looked almost exactly like this against the New York Jets. And it's, you know, you hear it all the time. You wear people down, but it's the truth. Already, Ricky Williams with 13 rushes. In that game, every quarter, he got better. And finally, in the fourth quarter, he destroyed the New York Jets.
You run the football, and pretty soon that defense begins to wear down a bit. New England with just 7 rushing yards to Miami's 61 today. Fiedler throws far side. That's complete to Chambers. And Chambers has enough for another Dolphin first down. Mike Vrabel and Ty Law over there. Ricky Williams, we talked about him running that football.
Well, it's just a good illustration. Look at the attempts, how his average gets better. Now that talks about him. Of course, when they get up to these carries, already it tells you they're winning the physical war. And the defense, when you win the physical war, they stay on the field longer, they get tired, and that's why those numbers get bigger as you carry the football more.
Fiedler out here. Conrad breaks the tackle inside the 30 to the 25 and out of bounds.
Well, they're mixing it up nicely now. And Greg, you said it when we started the game. They spread it around. They do a lot of things. Robert Conrad, all you got to do is see Robert Conrad in person. You go, this is some good-looking athlete. Good hand, catches the football. Sneaky fast, I would say. Gets out in the open field. He can outrun some people for some big gains.
And couldn't ask, his style of play couldn't be better suited than to North Turner's system.
Oh, absolutely. Moose Johnson in Dallas, he is perfect for what they're trying to do here.
Ricky Williams. Decked at the line of scrimmage by Willie McGinnis. Clock continues to move. We come up on 2.5 minutes to play in the first half.
Wow. This is some dominating performance. I said wow because I looked up and I said, you're kidding. There's 2 minutes to go in the first half, and the Patriots haven't done anything.
Phil, this is an offense, the New England offense, that averages over 32 points a game. They didn't score at all in the second half last week, and they haven't scored in the first half here today. And Miami is just going to let the clock wind down to the 2-minute warning. It has been a Dolphin day. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 13-0 Miami. Phil, in his weekly NFL.com column, Boomer Esiason talks about the pressure a quarterback on a losing team faces, whether it's because of poor play, injuries, or lack of inspiration. All quarterbacks know they sit on the hot seat. Read about it at NFL.com or America Online. Enter keyword NFL.com.
You know, and to go on to that quarterback thing, Greg, sometimes when you change a quarterback, it lets a lot of other players in the team think, well, it's not me, it must be the quarterback. And it just, they're camouflaging the problem. Bad players, some bad coaching, but isn't always a quarterback.
Ricky Williams looking for running room on 2nd and 11, and there's not much of it there as he makes it to the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, so far, New England prides itself in its third down defense. Jay Fiedler has been terrific on third downs, mostly because they've been manageable. They're not getting in those real tough situations. He threw a touchdown, ran for 1. Has had good protection. The last time in this situation, the Patriots blitz to make him get rid of the football.
Chambers in motion. Fiedler. Incomplete. Dedrick Ward says he's holding me. The officials disagree. Let's look at Jay Fiedler on 3rd down. He's had himself a pretty good day. There's the fine catch by Arondé Gadsden. Pulls this one down and makes it to the end zone for the touchdown. And then the touchdown pass to Chris Chambers at the back of the end zone. Olindo Mare comes on now to attempt a 40-yard field goal. Royals will hold. The kick is on its way, and it is good. Mare tacks on 3 more. 1:11 to play. 16-0 Miami. 1:11 to play in the first half. Mare's 40-yard field goal has made it a 16-0 Miami lead. Everybody with their timeouts remaining. I'm sitting here thinking about what you just said. I listen to you on occasion.
Thank you.
When you talk about a team changing quarterbacks, of course a player would go, well, yeah, it's his fault. It's not mine.
Oh, listen, Greg, none of us ever like to point the finger at ourselves. And it's always somebody else. And you know, the quarterback competition, the controversy, it truly divides teams. And this week, even a lot of the quarterbacks in Cincinnati all said that. Hey, all of us have our little group of players in the locker room who thinks we should be playing. And the issues are a lot bigger than that usually on all these teams that switch.
Murray kicks it away. This is Deion Branch, a couple of yards deep in the end zone. 15, 20, trying to turn the corner, penalty marker flag. 3 of them flag. This one will be against New England. This will be pulled back.
Well, New England, they got 1 minute and 3 to go. They got 3 timeouts, so they're hoping to get some field position to try to score, get some life in their football team before halftime, but no.
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 82, 10-yard penalty, first down.
He's saying number 82, but it was number 87, David Givens. Coming up next, the Nextel halftime report. Jim, Dan, Dion, Boomer, scores and highlights. Comes your way from New York on the Nextel halftime report. Boy, a slow start for the New England Patriots is not unusual at all. They have scored 43 points in the first half of their games this year, 83 in the second half. They have managed 17 total yards today. J.R. Redmond just shy of the 15-yard line. Brock Marion with the stop, and the clock continues to move. 50 seconds to play.
Well, they're running the football, just hoping to break one of those 10 or 15-yard runs, then maybe go into a 2-minute offense. But it's been so rough here in the first half that Bill Belichick's just going, man, let's be glad we're only down, 16-0.
And there's no question in our minds, this football game is being won by the Miami Dolphins at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
You know, Greg, we talk about all these things always in football, but it still comes down to whose big guys beat up the other team's big guys so their little guys can have a fun day. That's what it comes down to.
Brady gives to Redmond. Redmond straight ahead, and that appears to be the end of the first half, or the final play. And it has been all Miami Dolphins as the clock winds down, much to the delight of the fans here at Pro Player Stadium.
That was as good a first half as I've ever seen the Miami Dolphins play.
Let's go down to Armin.
Dave, you said you wanted to make some adjustments defensively to slow down and confuse Tom Brady and the Patriots. So far, so good.
Well, the best thing that's happened is our defensive line has showed up today to rush the passer. And it's a combination of coverage and everything, but we're playing hard as a team. We got a long second half ahead of us. We know this. We're playing the Super Bowl champs.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Greg.
And Jason Taylor has led that charge. That is the end of the first half with our score. The Miami Dolphins 16, New England nothing. Jim Nantz and company along with the Nextel halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
That worked real well. All right. Miami's 16-0 Dan at halftime.
And the story here has been pressure on Tom Brady. He's got 3 sacks, and he's caused 2 turnovers, Miami's defense. And Ricky Williams, he has 49 yards rushing, and the Dolphins are all over the Patriots.
Brady only 4 out of 7.
4 out of 7.
42 yards. Just #1 passing attack coming in. 42 yards in the first half. That's it. And they're getting blanked here today, 16-0. Let's go around the...
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.
Here in Miami, the Dolphins with a 16-0 lead on the Patriots at halftime. Bill Belichick brought his Patriots to town hoping he had found the answers to their problems, but the Dolphins are the ones that have all the answers. They lead it 16-0 at halftime. We'll come back after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Gumbo, the easiest way to say it is it's been all Miami today. 16-0 is our halftime score, and they have dominated from start to finish. Jay Fiedler broke free for 8 yards and a touchdown. The extra point was blocked, 6 points on the board. And then Fiedler found Chris Chambers at the back of the end zone to extend the lead to 13-0. Olindo Mare, 40-yard field goal, 16-0. You said at the top of the day, Phil, the Patriots turn to Tom Brady, and all of a sudden, he's been shut down. He throws the ball all over over the world the first few weeks of the season. He's just 4 of 7 for 42 yards today.
Yeah, you look at the halftime stats, Greg, and here's what the Patriots have to do in the second half. The defense is just trying to survive because they've been put in so many tough situations. To win the game or just to change the flow of it, they've got to start doing more on offense, take the pressure off their defense, and change field position. Let Miami feel some pressure, what it's like trying to get a first down to get out from their own end zone or their territory. Instead, it's, the Miami offense is always on New England's side. The New England offense doing nothing, so you're not pressuring them at all.
Boy, that 4 of 7 for 42 yards is only part of the story for Brady. An interception, a fumble, and sacked 3 times. It's been a tough first half. Travis Minor, Rob Conrad are deep. This is Minor from the 13, 25, 30, and all the way out to the 34-yard line. And let's check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. Not terribly talkative, but clearly none too pleased. Bill Belichick talking about the turnovers, all the pressure on his quarterback, and particularly the lack of a running game. Most interesting, it might be what I heard in the locker room, which is clearly one upset New England Patriots team. We'll see if that translates at all, Greg, here in the second half. Back to you.
All right, Armin. Do you think that usually translates to anything if the team is visibly upset in the locker room?
Yeah, I do. I think that's the one thing you can count on. When they walk in at halftime, coaches probably didn't have to say anything. The players' pride is hurt. You're embarrassed. And when they start that yelling thing in the locker rooms, at least they'll try to play spirited.
Ricky Williams. To about the 38, Teddy Bruschi with the stop after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. We had a chance to chat with Teddy yesterday. Always a very personable, very affable.
Yeah, he was, and it's it's interesting. You look at Teddy Bruschi. Years ago, a linebacker his size had no chance of playing in the middle of the National Football League, and nowadays the league has changed so much. They all look like Teddy Bruschi. A little smaller, can really run, make plays on the perimeter. That's what he does.
Ricky Williams to about the 40, getting back to Teddy. Jarvis Green making the stop. Getting back to Teddy, I thought maybe he had the line of the weekend when he says, we need to make some plays on defense, but we've been up against some good running backs too. Priest Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson, those guys are on scholarship too.
That's what they are. But let's watch Teddy Bruschi. He's in the middle. For a middle linebacker to have success, just like a quarterback, he needs somebody in front of him to keep the people off of him. And that time, hit some guard, hit a tackle, and gets in on the tackle with some of his teammates.
On 3rd and 5. Blitz. Fiedler, quick pass to the outside. That's complete to McMichael. And McMichael inside the 45. First down, Miami.
The blitz is good. They time it well. They're going to get to Jay Fiedler. Randy McMichael. Watch the blitz come from the right. Lawyer Malloy just almost gets there. Watch the throw. It's perfect. He's lucky. It's a tight end. He's big. He throws it to the outside. And what a catch, and runs with it after the catch, too.
Boy, Randy McMichael has been some addition to this Miami offense. 4th-round draft pick out of Georgia.
Well, they are not. The Dolphins are good at every position. Fullback, halfback, tight end, and both wide receivers.
Back to Ricky Williams. And this time he can't escape the clutches of Roman Pfeiffer on the outside.
Well, that's always a sign that you are playing better defense. You get penetration. There's Pepper Johnson, linebacker coach. You get penetration. Somebody hits the running back. You hold him for a second, and then it's just hold on, because about 4 of the defensive players get in there and make the hit with him.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
But the Dolphins, look what they've done already. They've already changed field position again. Across the 50-yard line.
Fiedler, quick pass on the outside. That's Chambers. And Chambers inside the 35. And you can see a little of Chris Chambers' ability to accelerate right there.
Well, you know what? When you look at the Dolphins, of course you want to hand it to Ricky Williams. But the second guy you got to learn to get the football to is Chris Chambers. And this is a screen to the outside. 5'11", that's what they list him at. That's what he is. But long legs, long arms.
Looks like he plays at about 6'2" or 6'3", doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays very tall on the outside.
And you didn't think I was observant.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. to the first down. There is a fumble on the play. And we don't have a call yet.
Okay, 27's got the ball.
27's got the ball. That would be Victor Green for the New England Patriots. So Williams, who has had his fumble problems, it's one of the knocks on him. Teddy Bruschi put a pretty good knock on him to cause that fumble.
Enter Southwest Airlines, take your team to the Super Bowl sweepstakes, and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl for you and 10 friends.
Whoa, how'd he make the list?
Brother-in-law.
Naturally.
Enter at southwest.com/Super Bowl.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? Yeah. Sweet.
The all-new Dodge Ram Heavy Duty.
Did you mean the Charger? Because, you know, that's got a Hemi, too.
Now with a 345 horsepower, 5.7-liter Hemi Magnum. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
This shot for the cup and a piece of hurling history. What must be going through that young man's head? Has he got what it takes to be a champion?
Tuesday on Jag. A Marine kills his wife.
Self-defense, yes.
But wait until you hear the twist.
I don't believe him.
An all-new Jag, CBS Tuesday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
The wrap on Ricky Williams. He can't hold on to the football. 12 of them lost in 43 games.
Terrific hit by Teddy Bruschi. That knocks it out. Nobody can probably hold on to it. I'll get back to it.
Tom Brady to throw. Down the sideline, looking for Patton. Incomplete.
Well, let's watch the fumble that Ricky Williams had. He's got a reputation, so players love to go. But look at his arms. You know, I read this once. I said, you know, it makes sense. He has a hard time tucking the football in. He's protecting it, but the hit drives it out the other side. But his arms are so big that they're so muscular. It's hard for him to stick it up in there. And, you know, I remember reading that once that somebody said, I go, you know, that makes sense. And you've said it, Greg. Has smaller hands, that doesn't help either.
On 2nd and 10, Brady rolls and throws it away. It'll be 3rd and 10. Here's Victor Green, who has had 4 takeaways in 5 games. And boy, his is a happier existence in New England, isn't it?
Well, he played pretty well for the New York Jets last year.
Ineligible downfield on the pass. Number 74, offense. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
Kenyatta Jones doing his wide receiver impression, gets caught on the play.
Well, let's look at this Patriots offense, Greg. At the end of the first half in 2 series, they tried to run it. That wasn't working. They come out in the second half. They go long, covered by Patrick Surtain. Try a screenplay, misdirect, fool them. Doesn't work.
3rd and 10. Brady spreads the field. Quick pass, that's complete to Falk. Kevin Falk running room. And gets caught up at about the 48-yard line by Zach Thomas. Now, Kevin Falk was in full stride, and Zach Thomas just brought him to a standing stop.
Well, he did, but listen, let me tell you, this is some well-designed. He comes from the outside, Falk, like he was a wide receiver. It really catches the Miami team by surprise. Some good blocking down the field, and Zach Thomas makes a terrific hit, but not until after the first down by New England.
16-yard pickup for the Patriots, their second longest gainer of the day. Brady to throw. That's a completed pass to Christian Fourier, the tight end. And all of a sudden, New England is on the move.
Well, without doubt, every time Tom Brady's had time to throw today, if you think back, it's been play action passing. It makes the defense hesitate just for a second. Defensive linemen are playing run. Then they react to the pass. And here comes the tight end down the field, wide open.
Brady going to throw it again. Pulls it down. Way on the other side of the field, wide open is David Patton. Did he get to the end zone? He did. Touchdown. As confident as the Dolphins might have been feeling at halftime, do you remember Dave Wanstedt's words to Armin Katan? We have a long second half ahead of us.
Patriots might go for 2 because the score is 16-6. But watch Tom Brady. Here's what makes the play. Protection. Looks to the right. It's covered. Sam Madison must have been looking. Let's see if we catch him looking. He loses sight of the wide receiver. Too late when he comes back.
34-yard touchdown.
Well, the Patriots going for 2, trying to make it a 2-possession game. In other words, get 8 points here when you score the next time.
Mike Vrabel is in the lineup. Vrabel caught a pass last week at San Diego, coming out of the tight end position.
Well, he won't catch the Dolphins by surprise. They worked on that a lot.
Brady still has it, throws, and that's incomplete in the end zone, and that was intended for Mike Vrabel. Vrabel was not all alone as he was last week at San Diego. Count the Miami Dolphins around him. It's a 16-6 Miami lead. We'll be back.
I can't sleep, Mom. There are monsters in my closet.
I have an idea. There, honey. Feel safe?
Now the monsters are into the Caravan.
No, they aren't. I'll show you.
Dodge Caravan, a feeling of security no matter what lies ahead.
Told you so.
Sure, let's hide under the minivan. Great idea.
See Monsters, Inc. now on DVD and in the Dodge Caravan. Get a no extra charge DVD player on Caravan ES, plus Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty.
Dennis, listen, got a little advertising opportunity for you, Pally. Foot powder.
Yeah, foot powder, right. Forget about it.
Well, before you say that, it's a truckload of money.
Sam, I don't do commercials, period.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I told them that.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. Nextel, how business gets done. And by Dodge, you can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge.
9:35 to play here in the third quarter, and David Patton's 34-yard touchdown catch is his second TD reception of the year. On the kickoff, Travis Minor from the goal line. 20, 25, and that's where he is brought down and gives us an opportunity to remind you, CBS Monday is America's best night of television, starting with The King of Queens, followed by Yes Dear, Everybody Loves Raymond, and the #1 new comedy of the season, Still Standing, and then TV's #1 new drama, CSI Miami, plus The Late Show with David Letterman after your local news, Monday here on CBS, America's most watched network.
All right, it's a jam-packed Monday night. You got something to do, Greg?
Well, you'll be on your computer.
Yeah. I know where you'll be laying on the couch drinking another milkshake. Drinking it through a straw.
Fiedler goes down at the 15-yard line. Mike Vrabel registers the first Patriots sack of the day.
Well, he's back to his strength, and that's playing defense and not tight end. But Vrabel, different look. It's another blitz. Comes free. Good design by Bill Belichick and Romeo Cornell. Lets the linebacker get free, and they've got what they've wanted. They've now put some pressure on Miami's offense. See how it reacts to being in tough situations.
Loss of 8 on the play. It's a 2nd and 18. And Williams sudden, that New England defense looks a little bit more serious.
Well, what did you say in the first half? You were talking about the other team's running game. Teddy Bruschi said, hey, they're all on full scholarship too.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you see changes like this in the National Football League from week to week and half to half. Because remember, they're all pros, and it's hard to physically and mentally dominate a good football team from start to finish in a football game.
Robert Edwards into the lineup on 3rd and 14. Fiedler steps up, throws over the middle. That's Edwards with the catch, and Edwards looking for room to run and can't find much of it. Out to the 30-yard line. He's still about 5 yards shy of a first down, and the punting unit will come on for the Dolphins.
It really is. And look, I played the game. I've done this in the booth for many years, but it still fascinates me and amazes me how there can be such physical turnarounds in the games, just like this one so far in the second half. It's very early, but it's evident. We talked about it. Armin said he heard the yelling in the locker room. The Patriots are showing it with more energy, and it's resulted in better play.
Kevin Falk deep for the kick to come from Mark Royals.
Oh, chance for a return.
And run out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So Falk didn't have a chance for the return. 45-yard punt. Tom Brady back to work on offense after this.
Get into the amazing.
Look at the turnaround Tom Brady has enjoyed from the first half. 42 yards all told, and then on that last drive, 3 of 5 for 68 yards.
See, he played the first half. Let's go back to our little quarterback thing. He played it. That's how the Cincinnati Bengals quarterbacks play under every week. You know, when you play under duress and you don't have the help, I don't care who you are, you're not going to make it happen. These players are too good. You need good systems. You need help, and then if you're talented, you know, then you do wonderful things.
Brady going to throw it on first down. Finally got rid of it, and incomplete, intended for Patton. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That reminded me of watching Kenny Stabler when he played for the Oakland Raiders. Drop back. He did it the opposite way, though. You look at one sideline and you just work your way across the field and just look at every receiver. And Tom Brady did it that time, but it took so long to work all the way back to the left that he was a little offline with the pass.
2nd and 10.
That's how Stabler used to read defenses, he said. Just start at one side and work your way across.
Brady steps up, incomplete. That was Antoine Smith out of the backfield. It'll be 3rd and 10. I worked with Ken Stabler for a season. As entertaining a talker as he was a football player.
Oh yeah, but see, he could do. You could have that philosophy as a quarterback if you had, you know, Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, and all those people blocking for you.
New England has had long yardage to go on 3rd down. J.R. Redmond is in the backfield on this 3rd and 10. New England only 1 for 6 on 3rd down from 7+ yardage. That pass is complete across the 30 to Donald Hayes, but he is well shy of a first down. Ken Walter will come on to kick it away, and we have a Dolphin down on the field. Tough to see who it is from here, but we'll check on his situation. 6:48 to play, and that's David Bowens. So while they look after David Bowens, we'll take a timeout.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with a crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers. And by Burger King. Say hello to the new 99-cent BK value menu.
We remind you, providing these pictures is the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes. Each year, the Goodyear Blimps visit over 100 communities and participate in dozens of telecasts at major sporting events. 6:48 to play in the third quarter. Dedrick Ward deep to receive the kick from Ken Walter. Fair catch called for. And Ward dropped it. Loose ball. And it appears that Miami recovered. Number 40, Ray Green, following up, fell on the loose ball.
Good job, Ray. Dedrick Ward, let's see if he takes his eyes off the football. No, he does not. Kind of a knuckleball that time by Walter, but what a recovery by Green. It is very hard to fall on the football when it hits the ground, and there were about 4 Patriots looked like they might get there. He was the only Dolphin that had a chance to recover, and he gets it.
You might have heard from our field mic someone yelling, "Good job, Ray." Boy, can you imagine the tide turner that might have turned into had the Patriots recovered. First down, Miami, their own 26. Fiedler, play fakes. And now flips to Williams, and Williams picked up only about a yard or so before Mike Vrabel made the stop. Tonight after 60 Minutes, it's 60 Minutes of comedy. First, Nancy Travis joins Ted Danson on the season premiere of Becker. And then don't miss the premiere of a brand new series from the producers of Frasier. It's called Bram and Alice. The LA Times says comedy plots or pilots don't get any funnier than this. It's all here, CBS tonight after 60 Minutes.
You made a mistake.
2nd and 8. Fiedler throws out here, almost caught one-handed by Rob Conrad. Incomplete. Lawyer Malloy covering him on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, now just like New England's offense was in the first half, Miami trying to find some rhythm. What to do, play action passes, throwing short, just trying to mix it up, but not making that play to get the drive going.
Norv Turner, offensive coordinator of the Dolphins. Fiedler, wide open is Chambers, and he makes the catch at the 45-yard line. 17-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, Jay Fiedler again had so long to throw the football, it lets the play develop. Watch what's going to happen. You're going to see 2 receivers, one long, here they come, one long, one short, and only one defender, and it takes so long for it to develop. The protection is the key. Watch Chris Chambers on the outside. Ty Law sees a short receiver. He goes in between the 2 defensive guys and makes the catch.
First down, Miami. The give to Ricky Williams with Jamie Nails in front of him, and he's run out of bounds by Roman Pfeiffer.
How about that, Jamie Nails? We have mentioned his name a few times today. Tremendous weight loss from him, about 395 pounds, now 325. And he says, you know what I like about it? I can run down the field and make some blocks. And that was just a good case. Him pulling and...
Yeah, the nicest thing, he says, I check myself out in the mirror on occasion.
Yeah, I like the way I look. He says his wife likes the way he looks too.
Nicknamed the Beast, courtesy of Ray Lucas.
But really a tremendous story. Set out last year, lost the weight, has come back. Not only makes the team, but starts.
Fiedler on the run. Nice pass. Far side of the field, complete to Chambers.
Well, 2 things that worked there. Jay Fiedler on the move. I think his strength as a quarterback is throwing on the run. Chris Chambers has talent, speed. You have to respect him. Nice move on the outside. Creates the space. Makes it look easy. Good toe action there.
14-yard pickup. First down. Miami. Now at the New England 38. This is Williams, and Williams bouncing and not getting anything on the play. You know, talking with Bill Belichick about going up against the Miami offense, he said Norv Turner is an experienced coach who has a good system, and whatever defense you want to throw at him, he saw it 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. That's so true. So you know, they're going to have the answers for all your little different looks, your tricks. He knew the Miami Dolphins would be waiting on some of those blitzes, and they've done a very good job picking up the blitzes so far today.
Second and 10. Fiedler going to go for it all. That's inside the 5, and that's complete to James McKnight. First and goal, Miami.
Well, the last 2 plays we have watched, the last 2 passes, was exactly what the Miami Dolphins wanted to do. When you want to throw it long, you go against number 45, Otis Smith. And McKnight, good move at the line of scrimmage. That's where you win these battles. That first initial move, he gets by. Good throw by Jay Fiedler. And Jay Fiedler says when you want to double move a defender, you do it against Ty Law, which they did the pass before.
Curtis Conway beat Otis Smith on a very similar play last week in San Diego. Williams straight ahead to the 1. It'll be second and goal.
What an answer by the Miami Dolphins, though. And it comes back to one thing. It comes back when they made that 3rd down. They executed that 3rd down when they threw it to Chris Chambers on the left side. Jay Fiedler got the time, kept the drive going, and they've had a couple good plays since.
Second and goal. Ricky Williams, Dion Dyer in the backfield. Williams spinning and hit hard. Hit hard several times. Steve Martin and Roman Pfeiffer got their licks in. It'll be 3rd and goal.
I don't know what it is, but the New England Patriots, and always Bill Belichick, the way they coach, they are tremendous in these short yardage situations. And Ted Johnson has got him, Ricky Williams, 4 yards in the backfield and misses the tackle. Ricky Williams does a tremendous job getting back to the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal. 2 tight ends, McMichael and Weaver. Play fake, throwing, end zone, touchdown. Randy McMichael.
Bucky Jones has Randy McMichael going back to the corner of the end zone. Watch. He has him covered, but he never turns and finds the ball. Jay Fiedler throws it over the defender. McMichaels goes up and makes the catch. If the defender doesn't turn, throw it over his head.
Olindo Mare for the extra point. It's perfect. 1:05 to play in the 3rd. Just when it appeared momentum may have shifted to the Patriots, the Dolphins snatch it right back. Randy McMichael on the touchdown catch, and look at that line at the bottom. All 3 of the Dolphin touchdowns today coming on 3rd and goal.
Against what New England perceives as their strength as a defense.
From the 10-yard line, Kevin Falk. 25, 30, and out to about the 34. Our NFL.com poll question: which team with high hopes that has stumbled out of the gates is most likely to make the playoffs? Log on, cast your vote at NFL.com.
Well, this is the truth right here. I know I say this a lot. Greg always makes fun of me because I'm a little behind the times. I don't do the computer thing yet. But I'm going to log on Tuesday. I am truly getting this done.
And the sun is going to come up in the west,
I am.
too.
I'm going to log on and cast my vote.
5 wide receivers. Brady throws and hits his tight end, Cam Cleland. Cleland across the 45 to the 47-yard line. I feel the earth will genuinely move if you turn a computer on.
Okay. I got a lot of responses, but I just can't say them. Well, this is a good move, I think, by the Patriots. You're down 3 scores. They're going to pick up the pace, go with the no huddle, and see if they can tire out Miami's defense. If nothing else, settle it down.
Brady, short pop over the middle, and that's complete to Deion Branch. And look at Branch go inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, something they've done very well today, Miami's defense, is they have not put too much, they haven't put too much pressure on Zach Thomas in pass coverage. The last 2 plays, New England went at him.
We have come to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Miami's Dolphins 23, New England's Patriots 6. We'll come back to Pro Player Stadium after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching.
No surprise that he installs parts that meet the highest standards.
Back for the start of the 4th quarter, and both Tom Brady and Jay Fiedler throwing well in the 3rd quarter. 23-6 Miami. New England with the ball at the Dolphin 33-yard line. 15 minutes to play. First place in the AFC at stake. Brady going for it all. Incomplete. Overthrew David Patton, the intended receiver. Well covered down the sideline by Jamar Fletcher. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Jamar Fletcher having a good day today. Has struggled a little in the last few weeks, especially well, a few weeks ago up in Indianapolis. New England has tried to pick on him, but not with much success so far.
Brady gets intercepted at the 10. Sam Madison caused an interception earlier, comes up with the ball here.
I'm not sure if Tom Brady overthrows the inside receiver. Nope, he's definitely going to the outside. Just not a good throw by Tom Brady. I tell you, I'm not sure. He might have been going to the inside, and at the last second changed his mind and threw it outside. But Sam Madison, always have to be careful. Look at those numbers.
And his first interception since the 11th of November of last season.
But you know what's he plays so much man-to-man coverage. His back is always to the quarterback. That's what makes his interception so impressive.
Ricky Williams out to the 14, and another chance to get on the scoreboard. Goes by the boards, and as we talked to the Patriots yesterday, to a man, that's what they said their big problem was in San Diego. Every time, and they moved the ball up and down the field all day, but as soon as they got within striking distance, something happened.
Yeah, they made some mistakes, and today they haven't moved it that well, but that was a big mistake by Tom Brady. But I want to go back to Sam Madison, Greg. You know, we watch him practice when we come down here. He has a lot of fun. He's kind of like the personality of the Miami Dolphins defense. You take him and Patrick Surtain when they're playing well, you could argue that they're 2 of the better corners in the whole league.
Williams fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. 13:55 to play to New York and Jim Nance. Jim.
Well, Greg, there's a little shootout going on down in New Orleans, and Jerome Bettis from 5 yards out, the bus, 72 yards rushing on 16 carries, and the Steelers down 5, 3rd quarter. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim. 23-6 Miami here. And the line of scrimmage, the 15-yard line, and once again, this isn't what you would consider an optimum situation for the New England Patriots. Deep in their own territory, the Dolphins are looking at 3rd and 6. This is Robert Edwards. Edwards, left side, turns the corner, and gets enough for the first down. Boy, what a story. Even up in New England, what a story Robert Edwards is. A terrible, terrible injury in which he suffered in 1999, a dislocated left knee. Didn't even play in 99 in the year 2000, waived by New England, and has found a home here in Miami.
Yeah, I think everybody knows how bad he hurt his left knee, and We were here 2 weeks ago. I watched him practice, and on Friday, first thing I said, boy, Robert Edwards is just getting better every time you see him. Running better, and he admits that he is.
Ricky Williams, right side. Across the 30, out to the 35, 36-yard line, and that's another first down.
Wow, yeah, and it's Robert Edwards wants to someday be the premier running back again, but it's going to be hard down here because watch Ricky Williams when he turns it up. Just the speed that he can do that with. He's so big and strong that, you know, if you're a defensive player and he gets this speed going, you don't want to jump in front of him and take on that collision. And Robert Conrad, terrific block, leading Ricky Williams that time.
Williams to the sideline, Edwards back onto the field. Edwards, not much there on the left side. 11:50 to play. Once again, Jim Nance in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg, I'll tell you who's having a monster game today. It's Corey Dillon. The Bengals were down 21-0 in the second quarter. They've now trimmed it to 21-14. This is a 67-yard Dillon touchdown run. He has 140 on the afternoon, and they're about to go to the fourth quarter in Indianapolis. Let's go back to you.
All right, Jim, you know, all the things that you say is wrong with the Cincinnati Bengals. You can't ever say Corey Dillon's one of them.
Yeah, he's not part of the problem, that's for sure.
2nd and 9.
You gotta slide.
Fiedler, play fake, over the middle, hits his man. Across midfield, Oronde Gadsden has first down yardage. 17-yard pickup and a nice looking play overall.
Oh, you're backed up. You run the football out. You get a first down on a terrifically designed third down run. You run it some more, and now they think you're going to run. You throw a play action pass. Protection. Look at the throwing lane wide open for Oronde Gadsden.
Move it to the New England 46.
And I'll guarantee you when that play was sent in, Jay Fiedler went, oh, good, because this is going to be easy.
Ricky Williams for a couple. You know, I'll get back to Robert Edwards for a moment. You know, we were talking with him on Friday, and his release by the Patriots, he said, oh, I understood it. And in fact, he said, Mr. Kraft called me in, and he said, you know, we really hate to do this, but it's a situation, and he says, I understood it perfectly. Speaking of Bob Kraft, he's here today.
Yeah, we saw him.
Looking terrific.
Looks good. And so Robert Edwards, you're right, Greg. He didn't have ill feelings towards the New England Patriots. He was cut last August, and he's just making a terrific recovery. And he says the more he runs, the more that knee loosens up, and the better he feels.
On 2nd and 7, Williams tries the right side inside the 40-yard line. Bobby Hamilton makes the stop, and there's a penalty marker down. And it's a face mask against the Patriots. Bill Belichick glancing up at the time remaining.
Face mask, defense, number 50, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Vrabel is the guilty party. First down. Let's check in with Armin.
Greg, just to follow up on your conversation on Robert Edwards, for those at home wanting to know just a little bit more about that injury that he suffered in that flag football game on the beach. He tore 3 ligaments in his left knee, severed the artery. He nearly lost that left leg, as you guys were talking about. And he said really it was his family, his girlfriend and his mom and dad, people closest to him, that got him through this ordeal. Back to you.
Thanks, Armin. Ricky Williams. And Williams hit hard as he dropped inside the 35 to the 34. Jarvis Green, the rookie who got the start at right end today in place of Anthony Pleasant.
You know, I look down there in the field. We talked about it. Get to the fourth quarter. Can Miami wear New England down? New England's hanging in there, but when you look at the players on the field, you know, New England's uniforms just look like they're, maybe it's just my perception. It looks like there's more sweat on them than there is on the Miami Dolphins players. Maybe it's because the Dolphins wear those white ones.
Ricky Williams again. And not much there on the right side. Boy, Ricky's going to sleep well tonight, isn't he?
Oh, man, is he running in there hard.
3rd and 10. And with the clock continuing to run, 8:20 to play, moment of reckoning is coming pretty soon for the New England Patriots.
Boy, just up in the upper left-hand corner, rushing yards. That is part of the story today, because New England did try to rely on its running game a couple of times and got nothing done.
Going to go deep down the sideline. It is incomplete at the goal line. Ty Law defending on Chris Chambers. What a battle that was all the way down the sideline.
Boy, good throw by Jay Fiedler on the top of your screen. A little double move. They want to do those against Ty Law. Ty Law is not full. Let's see if he grabs Chris Chambers' left arm. No, he does not.
It would be about a 52-yard field goal from here. Mare has kicked a 53-yarder, but Dave Wannstedt's going to look for field position here. Now we have a penalty as the play clock winds down.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
There's Mark Royals. Mark was showing his guns off to us on Friday.
Yeah, I said, you know what? When you tie that jersey up there real tight, then I'll know you're proud of those arms. Until then, well, you know, they are pretty good. He's in pretty good shape.
Oh, Mark Royals, this is his 14th season.
You know, it's just shocking how big he is, too, when you're around him.
Officially listed at 6'5", 2 1/4. Beautiful high floater, and it's going to float into the end zone. Oh, Mark doesn't like that. 39-yard punt, no return, 20-yard line for the Patriots when we come back. Well, from Dave Wannstedt's point of view, this is the right time of year for the right opponent.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Sure, well, you got to admit, though, a lot of those years, Miami was really good and New England wasn't. Supposed to beat him at home.
Brady over the middle, incomplete, and there's a penalty marker down. This could be on Ogunleye.
Holding, defense, 54. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 93, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Well, watch the left hand of Wally Ogunleye. Hits Tom Brady in the face. A blow to the helmet of any kind of the quarterback is a personal foul.
Didn't have that rule when you were playing, did they?
Man, I was always crying for it. Couldn't get it.
Foul is declined. The roughing the passer penalty accepted. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
But, you know, Greg, one of the reasons they've had to modify some of these rules for the quarterback is that, you know, the players are just so physical. They're so fast and so good that if you didn't have some of the new rules put in to protect the quarterback, that, boy, you'd have to line them up about 5 deep.
We were talking about Ken Stabler a little while ago, and I remember one thing he told me, one of the frightening things, not only are these guys getting bigger, but you can't run away from them either.
Unless you're like Donovan McNabb or Michael Vick, that's about it.
Brady has it. It appeared to be a direct snap intended for Kevin Falk, and it didn't work.
Well, that probably just kind of sums it up for the New England Patriots. Oh, yeah, Tom Brady saves a fumble right there. But the problem is another hit on the quarterback.
So now Brady and company looking at 2nd and 11. Under the gun, throws complete across the 45, 47-yard line to David Patton.
Boy, Jason Taylor just loves this situation right now. He is just lining up. Well, Jason Taylor, every down's a pass down to him. If it's always go to the quarterback, and if a running back gets in the way, I try to tackle him, he says. But he is paid, and his skill is rushing the quarterback.
Kevin Falk reverses direction to the 45 of the Dolphins. Pickup of 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
Well, you want to fix the defense, Greg. You go to the problems that Kansas City had last week. Look at the total yards. But the problems this Miami defense had last week, lack of pass rush allows a quarterback to throw it down the field.
Incomplete. When you get Fletcher defending on David Patton. Sorry, Phil.
No, I'm sorry. But when you get a pass rush, it allows the defensive backs to cover for a shorter period of time. They can be more aggressive. It makes a quarterback has less time to make those decisions. He's not as smart, and you get good defense like you've gotten from the Miami Dolphins today.
Phil, the play prior to this one, the Kevin Falk run, was the first rushing attempt the Patriots had this half. 3rd and 2. They're going to throw here. That's complete inside the 40-yard line to Patton, and that's enough for a first down. Clock continues to move. We are under 6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. On the ground, Falk inside the 35, inside the 30-yard line, and close to another first down. Now, this is the part of the game Jason Taylor was telling us the other day that you'd like to think, if you're a Dolphin or a Dolphin fan, that the heat is getting to the opposition. He says, you know, you go through that first half, and then around the second half, you see their tongues hanging out, and then they start to get a little sloppy in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Arturo Freeman is down on the field. Arturo Freeman's had a good game today. Last week it was rough for him. He, of course, had to cover Tony Gonzalez. That's rough on everybody.
That's a tough day at the office. We'll check on Arturo. We'll take a timeout. 23-6 Miami.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by IBM. E-business is the game. Play to win. New Campbell's Chunky Roasted Favorites. Hearty soups that fill you up right. And by Chevy Trucks. The most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Nice little sandcastle. Brings to mind how Zach Thomas proposed to his girlfriend. Measurement is good for the first down for New England. Hid the ring in a sandcastle or something like that.
Walking on the beach, there was a message. He hired some people to do it for him, and I guess it was very romantic, and it turned out well because Zach is going to get married this offseason. And we talked to his good friend and ex-roommate, Larry Izzo, who's now on the Patriots, and he said to us, what did he say? Well, Zach had to get that idea from somebody else.
Couldn't have been his own.
He's not that clever.
Antoine Smith ahead to the 25-yard line.
And that's, you know, Larry is. There's Larry.
And one of the best, if not the best, special teams player in the NFL.
Well, can you imagine him? And I said, Zach Thomas and Larry Izzo had a place together. And I went, oh my gosh, was it just a disaster? And he goes, oh yes, it was.
Brady going to go to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown by David Patton.
Well, Tom Brady made the right throw this time. He tried to go against Jamar Fletcher deep early in the game, and he threw it down the field. Watch to the top of your screen. Fletcher never turns around, so don't lead him up the field. Throw it to the back shoulder of the receiver. The receiver turns around before the defensive back and makes the catch.
Vinatieri on to try the extra point. And it's good. 4:41 to play. The New England Patriots still fighting. 23-13. It has been every bit of a hard-hitting football game here today. David Patton's 25-yard catch pulls New England to within 10. The onside kick expected here, and that's what we get. Takes the hop and goes out of bounds. Before the Pats can corral it off the hands of Arande Gadsden. And so not only will Miami get the football, but it'll be a pretty good position, field position. Well, we wanted to see who would come in here and be the most physical team in this battle for the top spot in the AFC East. And while both teams have been physical by and large, it's been the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, the Miami Dolphins have been impressive on both sides of the football. The offense, you know, just clean today. They did a lot of nice things running the football. I thought Jay Fiedler played his best game of the year. The big run for the touchdown, made some terrific throws, been patient in the pocket.
Ricky Williams squeezes through a hole on the right side down to the 36-yard line before Lawyer Malloy drags him down. A pickup of 6. And it'll be 2nd and 4.
You know, Greg, sorry. You know, I was telling everybody earlier a couple weeks ago, Dave Wannstedt was trying to find a way to have a crisis with his football team. He couldn't. Didn't need one this week because the way they played last week against Kansas City. But Dave, go home tonight. Start dreaming. Start thinking. And, you know, that would be easy if I was a coach. Find ways to get mad at
everybody.
Get away with my players. My gosh, you can just make things up. Doesn't matter what they do.
2nd and 4. Williams pulls his way inside the 30. He picks up 9 on that play, and Ricky Williams is over the 100-yard mark today.
Well, good physical play by an offensive line. There you go, Ricky Williams. For the Miami Dolphins, already 2nd all-time 100-yard games in a season.
He had 132 against Indianapolis, 151 against the Jets. He's got 102 today. On 1st down, Williams again comes to a stop at the 26-yard line. Jarvis Green was there with the tackle. And once again, let's check into New York. Here's Jim Nance. Jim, what you got?
All right, Greg, they're about to start the 4th quarter at Buffalo. Back and forth they go. Travis Henry scores here for the Bills to give them the lead, 31-28. 4th quarter just getting underway there. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
59 points. They must have reached some sort of an agreement not to play defense up there today. Ricky Williams gets a hand as he heads to the sideline. Robert Edwards replaces him on the field. 103 yards rushing on the day for Ricky. Fiedler still has it all by himself. 20 and slides down at the 15-yard line before Bucky Jones can get there.
I have to think Jay Fiedler did this on his own, because when you look down the bottom of the screen, Chris Chambers is just down there not really paying attention. Then he hears the noise and he sees, oh, here comes Jay.
And we have come to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes between now and Miami's leadership in the AFC East.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time. And by GM Goodwrench Service Plus, your automotive service experts.
This reminder coming up on the Subway postgame show. Jim, Dion, Dan, Boomer have today's scores and highlights coming up on the Subway postgame show. Ricky Williams, 34 carries. A Miami Dolphins regular season record. And he's adding to it. This is number 35. And he adds about another 3 or 4 yards to his total on the day. Williams came in today the NFL's #2 rusher and #1 in total yardage. A timeout on the field stops the clock with 1:45 to play. Depression on the New England side of the field. Tonight on 60 Minutes, Jesse James never even came close to stealing what the Wall Street gang is accused of stealing. Who's going to get him? We'll tell you who and how tonight on 60 Minutes. Then at 60 Minutes of Comedy, the season premiere of Becker and the season premiere of Bram and Alice, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Hell on Heels. Tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. Otis Smith making the stop on Ricky Williams, and another timeout stops the clock with 1:37 to play. It has been a Miami Dolphin day from the outset. Jay Fiedler, an 8-yard touchdown run, and then Fiedler to Chris Chambers for the touchdown. Mare's 40-yard field goal made it 16-0, and then David Patton, 2-point conversion failed, and then Randy McMichael on a 1-yard touchdown catch. David Patton on the receiving end of the 25-yard TD pass from Tom Brady. You know, Ricky looks like he's had a long day, doesn't he? He has. That rush defense we were talking about that New England has had so much trouble with.
Well, there's no doubt they've been a lot better today for a couple reasons, I think. Change of philosophy, simplified their run defensive thoughts and adjustments. Didn't give those big running lanes to Ricky Williams.
3rd and 8. This is Robert Edwards, and Edwards never really got a chance to get going before he's wrapped up by his former teammates. And Olindo Mare in the field goal unit will come on.
And the other thing, Greg, the other reason, Ricky Williams' style, he's not a dodger. He doesn't try to make everybody miss like Priest Holmes did and LaDainian Tomlinson. And so it matched up a little better for the Patriots defense.
Probably the most troubling thing to the Patriots coaching staff were the big plays that New England had been allowing. 58-yard run by LaDainian Tomlinson, 37-yard run, a 52-yard touchdown pass. Minute and a half to play.
Well, you can't take out of account they went to the West Coast last week, so they have that long trip. Good team, you lose. You come down here, you play another good team in pretty tough conditions. The heat in Miami, it's, you know, that's every bit as a bigger problem to northern teams as teams like Miami going up and playing in New England in December. And it's the home field. That's always an advantage to the team.
Well, when we get around to it, this will be a 33-yard field goal attempt. There's Teddy Bruschi.
Teddy Bruschi, Super Bowl. I said, what was the best thing you did during the offseason? He says, I played.
Saxophone.
Saxophone, yeah. Wow, I said, man, that is awesome.
This is a 34-yard field goal attempt by Mare. And that kick is good. 26-13. And a reminder coming up, the Subway postgame show. Jim, Dion, Dan, Boomer have today's scores and highlights coming up on the Subway postgame show. You know, we're not exposed to much culture, Phil, you and I, but you know, mentioning Teddy Bruschi, he played the Boston Symphony Hall with the Longy School of Music. Played in a quintet with 4 other guys, and you know, he walked out and we were pretty impressed.
Oh yeah, and you know, it was so, you know, I said, gosh, you know, playing the alto sax, I go, wow, Teddy, that's incredible. And he was explaining it to us and talking about it, but he was embarrassed. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like talk about it. I said, trust me, some of the things that players tell us that they do with their spare time, this is wonderful to hear.
Hey,
so
Teddy almost didn't get here too. He said he started playing at 8. And he started with the clarinet, but his mom didn't want him to play football. She said, no, you got to stay in the band.
And the crossroads of his career came when he couldn't play. Was going into his junior year of high school. He'd been playing in the varsity band and still playing football because freshman JV football, you didn't play on the same nights. But he won out, He said after a couple of weeks, his mom actually broke down and bought him a pair of cleats to further his career, and it's worked out pretty well.
It'd be neat if he played while he was wearing his cleats, wouldn't it?
What's that?
It'd be neat if he played while he was wearing his cleats.
What, in the band?
Yeah. Fumbling the football at the 20-yard line is Jarvis Green.
Wow, looking good.
Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS rocks with doubleheader action. Tim Couch and the Cleveland Browns battle Warren Sapp and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Many of you will see the game that Phil and Armin and I will see. Rich Gannon and the Raiders against Marshall Faulk and the Rams. Check your local listings, beginning with Jim, Dion, Dan, and Boomer on the NFL today. For more, NFL.com, America Online, keyword NFL.com.
I just got to know, did we use the NFL on CBS rocks?
Rocks.
Oh, you are just too cool.
Rocks.
You're so hip. For a 60-year-old man, you are pretty hip. People don't know that you're that old, do they?
No, I don't even know it. Brady.
What gives it away is you take those teeth out at night.
Kevin Faulk on the receiving end at the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 at 2nd and 5. Clock continues to move. We come up on a minute to play. New England cannot stop the clock via the timeout. Jumping on the far side of the field. Let's see if it's on Kenyatta Jones, the tackle.
Offside.
Nope.
Defense. Number 93.
Wally
5-yard
Ogunleye, who
penalty.
has had himself
Second
a
down.
pretty good football game from his defensive end position today.
Oh, yeah, they've done well up front. Dave Wanstead said it at halftime. It's nice to get pressure from the defensive line, and it starts everything behind you.
Hold up.
Starts with the defensive line. Jason Taylor, he was magnificent. You know, we talked to him. He talked about how early in his career worried about he didn't weigh enough to stop the run, all that stuff. He says, the heck with that. You're worried about what you weigh. You're a pass rusher.
Brady with a bullet over the middle, and that's complete to Deion Branch across midfield, and enough for a first down. 12-yard pickup.
Yeah, Jason Taylor just beat a double team and still knocked Tom Brady down.
Brady spikes the football, stops the clock. 43 seconds to play. So with this win, the Miami Dolphins will go to 4-1 and sit alone atop the AFC East, while the New England Patriots, having won their first 3 games, will fall to 3-2 with the 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, they might be a little fired up next week, the New England Patriots. The way we saw them play the start of the second half, I think they're going to come out and start the game like that next week.
Brady waits, throws, and hits Patton inside the 25. Remember, Patriots continue to do this minus the services of one of the best receivers in the National Football League, Troy Brown.
Yeah, Troy Brown, we saw him working out before the game today. You could see that his knee was bothering him, but it looks like he's getting close, so wouldn't surprise me to see if he's ready to play next week.
And although Deion Branch has filled in admirably, Brady stops the clock again. Deion Branch has filled in admirably. Brady himself says the way Troy Brown so consistently runs his routes, he's really difficult to replace.
Well, that was laid out to us a couple times. Bill Belichick said, make no doubt, Troy Brown is our best receiver. Tom Brady has such confidence in him. When they give him an option, in other words, he can go run down the field and go in or out, do whatever he wants. Tom Brady says he always gets open.
2nd and 10. Brady steps up and throws to Kevin Faulk, and Faulk upended at the 20, forward to the 18. Clock continues to move. Brady wants to kill the clock again. Get a couple of shots at the end zone here. Takes the snap, stops the clock with 8 seconds to play.
Well, maybe just one shot. 4th down. Unless it's a sideline throw, you almost have to try to stick it in the end zone.
Well, they'll go 5 wide on this 4th and 4. Pump fake, throws, corner, overthrow, incomplete. The ball will go over on down with 3 seconds to play. And one more snap of the ball will do it and put a cap on this Miami Dolphins victory.
It's amazing, though, this league. I'm not going to over-evaluate this game myself. You know, I really was extremely high in the Miami Dolphins. Then I watch them play Kansas City, and I go, gosh, how could I be so wrong? So it's just the emotional ability of each team. In other words, how much do you need the game? Where your emotional state of mind is, I think, has so much to do with how you play and whether you win or lose.
Tom Brady, 138 attempts in his last 3 games. You see his numbers today. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jay Fiedler takes the knee, and that's the ball game. The Miami Dolphins rebound from the loss against Kansas City to win it by a score of 26-13. They're 4-1, New England 3-2. For Phil Simms and Harmon Katayan, I'm Greg Gumbel. So long from Pro Player Stadium. Let's send you back to the NFL today in New York. And once again, Jim Nance.
All right, thank you, Greg and Phil. So Tom Brady suffers a 2nd straight loss. That's the first time that's happened to him in his young career. As the Dolphins,
I think was a real positive. You know, it's a division game, and you know, we go from here. Questions?
Dave, do you think your defensive line set the tone early with the pressure?
Yes, I do. I think that the pressure that they put up front early on really, and that was an emphasis all week. Clarence Brooks, our defensive line coach, and Robert Nunn, you know, our defensive line, just like everyone on defense, you know, we were embarrassed, you know, last week what happened. You know, we get that many yards thrown on you and come up with no sacks. And that's the great thing about when you have adversity and you have guys with character, they find a way to understand that, and they're smart guys and got a lot of pride, and they did something about it. You know, and the interesting thing was, you know, last night and all week we talked about in the NFL that every game is going to have peaks and valleys. And the real key to this league is being able to overcome adversity, and if you're ahead, to constantly be playing with the urgency as if you're behind and you're trying to make a score. And, you know, today we're driving down and we fumble the ball and they get down and score. That was a shaky moment in the game. It could have been a turning point. And our offense and our defense responded, and I think that we grow as a team from something like that. You know, you can talk till you're blue in the face as a coach, but until they're out there and they're tired and they're fighting and something like that, and adversity happens and you overcome it, you know, words, you know, actions speak louder than words. And I think you got to go through something like that to really take something from it.
all right, in another room at the same stadium, Bill Belichick losing in 1-6 all-time versus the Dolphins is Belichick.
Tough game. It was a hard-fought game. Miami played a little bit better than we did today, and I got to give credit for that. And that's it.
Phil, for the good work that your team did against Ricky Williams early in the game, it seemed that there was always a moment where they could get that 3rd and 8 completion or something to that effect. That has to be the most disappointing part of this loss, I would assume.
I don't know about that. They picked up a few 3rd downs. The disappointing part was they scored. Got the ball in the end zone, and we didn't. That's what's disappointing. So, yeah, they converted some 3rd down. They made more plays than we did. I think we didn't do a good job at the start of the game, and a lot of